Hey tribe, welcome back to the channel. We appreciate you tuning in. Today we have a special episode in our spring RV maintenance series. So stay tuned. We're going to get started. I'll be right back. Okay guys, for the maintenance we're going to concentrate on today, these are the things we're going to use. But air compressor with enough capacity to handle the air pressure on the tires, a good quality air hose, a good quality air pressure gauge that has enough capability to handle up to whatever your PSI is on your RV. The one you use in your car probably isn't going to handle these G-rated tires, so I got one special just to handle this in the truck. Going to need a torque wrench to check the lug nuts and a socket that'll handle that. We'll also be using some silicone lubricant on our leveling system legs. They've been down all winter, so we'll get those lubed up and ready to roll. And then last thing we'll be doing is using an old grease gun there to lube up our independent suspension. Okay guys, had to have a change of plan. The weather has turned on me here. Any of you know that live in the Midwest know how springtime weather is. It can be 80 degrees one day and snowing the next, and that's the problem I'm running into trying to finish up this video. So I'm gonna end up being a episode 2 light, I guess. So what I'll do is I'll just go over each of these tools I will be using, and at the end of the video, if you guys will stay tuned, I have a product I want to show you. I'm not sponsored in any way, but it's a new product I want to try, and interested in getting your guys' input if you've used this. And so I hope you stay tuned and check that out. But without further ado, we'll talk about the air hose. You know, any air hose that'll handle the air pressure. This is a 300 psi air hose. It's 25 foot. Have a good chuck. I use Milton's chuck, and I also use a Milton tire pressure gauge. This one will go up to 160 psi. So that'll handle our 110-pound G-rated tires. Next thing I use a good torque wrench. It's a 1/2-inch torque wrench. It's a Tecton. I've had real good luck with them, and I had to use a return on them one time. Just no questions asked. They just sent me a new tool. So make sure when you store this that you back the torque back down to 0. Don't keep the spring loaded up. Then of course you got to have a socket. I got this. This is another Tecton product. It's got all the different sockets that you need in here for your truck and your RV. Make sure you got the proper torque specs for your particular rig. Use the owner's manual or look up your specific size bolt and find out what the torque is on them. A lot of fifth wheels have 1/2-inch studs and 9/16 studs, so make sure you know what you have going on there. Then just use any good silicone lubricant for our leveling jacks. Just spray those down and take a clean cloth and wipe them down, make sure they're good and slick. And I try to spray up into the cylinder where the rubber seal is and make sure to get that saturated so I don't have any ripped seals on our landing gear. And then for our suspension, we have a MORryde independent suspension, and so I use a real good grease on those. I use Lucas number 2 red tacky. That's the grease we use. So not going to be able to show you how I use these items today, but this is what we're going to be using for our next video. All right, guys. So I had to cut this video a little short. We'll do a full episode 2 showing you how we do all that stuff. As you know, it's springtime. If you're like us, between the weather, and I got 2 motorcycles and a truck and 2 cars that need service, so all this stuff's going on between the yard getting out of control. You know how it goes. So anyway, we do have a big thing coming up with our Super Duty, our truck upgrades. So you want to stay tuned for that. I have some really big news coming up for that. But here's the item that I purchased that I want to know if any of you guys use it. And again, we're not sponsored by anybody. So everything you see here, everything I show, I paid for. So, or Sweet Bee is paid for. So got this stuff called bug sauce. So has any of you used this? If so, let me know how good it done, because I'm going to be using this when I start to do the wash and stuff on our RV. So you know, it's pretty nasty. I didn't get to get it cleaned up before winter because of the frame crack issue. So if you guys know anything about that product, let me know. I got a special brush and all kinds of stuff that come with it, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a try, see if it does what it says it'll do. But if you know, let me know if you have any experience with that. Okay, guys, we really appreciate you watching. We'd really like if you take a minute to like and subscribe, ring that bell, and check us out on our Facebook page, S&S RV Adventures. Till next time, God bless, safe travels.